Are you familiar with the Monomyth, The Hero's Journey, by Joseph Campbell? It's pretty much the storytelling pattern behind every great adventure you've seen: movies, anime, novels. Some of them follow this cycle in some way, others don't follow in any way. Let's see how Demon Slayer also follows this script, and you may remember this script from other movies and books as well. The journey always begins in what's called the ordinary world, the part of the story where we see the main character living their normal life, going through their everyday routine, interacting with their family, friends, or community. Demon Slayer follows this perfectly. We first meet Tanjiro living a simple, peaceful life in the mountains, selling charcoal and looking after his family. He'd have probably stayed there forever if life hadn't thrown something terrible his way, pushing us into step 2. That brings us to the call to adventure, where the hero faces something so significant it completely changes their life. It usually comes in the form of tragedy, danger, or a challenge. For Tanjiro, this happens when he comes home one day and finds his family slaughtered by a demon, with only Nezuko surviving, but turned into a demon herself. This tragedy is exactly the type of event that pulls the character out of his comfort zone and onto a journey he didn't choose. Then we typically see a refusal of the call, where the hero hesitates or doubts their ability to succeed. In Demon Slayer, we don't see an explicit moment of refusal, but if you pay attention, Tanjiro definitely shows fear, hesitation, and uncertainty, especially early on when he realizes he's the only one who can save Nezuko. He never openly rejects his mission, but the internal conflict is there. Soon after this hesitation, the hero often encounters a figure who provides guidance or training. This is the meeting with the mentor. Demon Slayer gives us this clearly with Urokodaki Sakanji, the mysterious man in a Tengu mask who teaches Tanjiro everything he needs to know about breathing techniques and fighting demons. Urokodaki sets Tanjiro up to succeed in the harsh world he's entering. Once ready, the hero faces the crossing of the threshold, a decisive moment when they commit fully to their journey. This is the point of no return. For Tanjiro, this threshold is his participation in the final selection at Mount Fujikasane, where he faces actual demons in a life or death situation for the first time. Surviving this challenge officially pushes him into his new reality as a demon slayer. After crossing into this new world, we see the hero facing constant tests, allies, and enemies, which is exactly how Demon Slayer unfolds. Tanjiro quickly forms bonds with Zenitsu and Inosuke, who become his closest allies. Meanwhile, every demon he encounters and fights serves as a test or obstacle, shaping him into a stronger and more mature hero. As the hero grows, they begin the approach to the inmost cave, where they start getting closer to their main goal or the core conflict of their story. In Demon Slayer, this happens when Tanjiro begins actively searching for Muzan Kibutsuji and starts confronting the upper-ranked demon moons, the real threats that guard Muzan himself. Now he's heading straight into the heart of danger. Next comes the ordeal, a major crisis that tests the hero profoundly. Demon Slayer repeatedly emphasizes this step through battles with the powerful upper moons. Each fight brings intense loss and struggle. First, Rengoku's death during the Mugen Train arc, which leaves Tanjiro devastated. Later, in the Entertainment District arc, Uzui loses an arm, symbolizing his death as a warrior, and ultimately forces him to retire as a Hashira. And finally, in the Swordsmith Village arc, Tanjiro thinks he lost Nezuko to sunlight, which end up not being true just by an inch. These moments truly test Tanjiro's spirit, pushing him closer to his limits each time. After overcoming the ordeal, the hero usually receives something valuable, symbolically called seizing the sword. Tanjiro quite literally gets a powerful new sword at the end of the Swordsmith Village arc, but even more significant is Nezuko overcoming the sun, something no demon had ever done. This achievement becomes essential for Tanjiro's final success. With the reward secured, the journey shifts to the road back, where the hero returns briefly to safety to recover, plan, and gather strength for the final showdown. Demon Slayer follows this pattern clearly. After every major conflict, Tanjiro returns to Demon Slayer headquarters, healing and regrouping with his friends. Next is the hero's final test, the resurrection, where they face their greatest challenge and transform significantly. Demon Slayer shows this vividly when Muzan transforms Tanjiro into a demon. Tanjiro must immediately conquer the sun or risk becoming a threat to those he loves, symbolically representing his rebirth. Finally, the story concludes with Return with the Elixir, where the hero returns change, bringing peace, healing, or wisdom to their world. In Demon Slayer, This is Tanjiro and Nezuko overcoming the demon curse, restoring peace, and ending the demon threat forever. While Demon Slayer closely follows Campbell's hero's journey structure, it also creatively adapts and expands on several elements. Its episodic arcs add unique touches, like the special bond between Tanjiro and Nezuko and the visually stunning breathing techniques, giving this classic pattern a fresh and exciting twist.